The human man did not expect to find anyone alive in the ruins of the old alien village. Smoke still rose from the broken ground, and the silence was thick. The war between humans and the alien species called the Kaelari had ended months ago, but its damage still remained. He walked with caution, his boots pressing into ash and shattered metal. He was just passing through, looking for supplies, food, or maybe an old radio part to fix his broken signal device. Then he heard it, a soft sound. Not metal, not fire, a voice. He turned, hand near his weapon, and saw a figure standing among the ruins. Her skin was pale blue, her eyes large and glowing. She wore the torn remains of armor, her arms wrapped around two small children. Kaelari children. She looked at him, not with hate, not with fear, but with something strange, something close to hope. The man froze. She didn't run. She didn't speak. She just stared. Finally, he asked, "Are you hurt?" She didn't answer right away. She looked at her children. They were silent, hiding behind her legs. Then she said in a soft, tired voice, "We are hungry." He didn't know why he did it. Maybe it was the way she spoke. Maybe it was the way her children didn't cry, just looked at him with large, quiet eyes. He gave them food. He let them sit near his small campfire. She did not thank him with words, but she watched him with careful eyes, as if trying to read his soul. Later that night, while the children slept under a blanket near the fire, she sat across from him and said something that stayed in his mind. "I can do anything human," she said, "but I cannot raise them alone. They need a father." He blinked. He thought maybe he heard wrong. Maybe it was a trick. Maybe she was lying. She kept looking at the fire. "Their father died in the war," she said. "He was not a good man, but he died well. Now they have no one." He didn't know what to say. "Why are you telling me this?" "Because," she said, her voice low, "you gave them food. You looked at me and didn't see a monster. I don't want pity. I want help. And they need more than food. They need someone to teach them how to live without fear." He had heard stories of Kaelari women, proud, fierce, strong. But this one spoke like someone who had carried too much pain for too long. There was strength in her, yes, but it was a quiet kind of strength, a desperate kind. He asked her name. She said, "Sael." Then she asked for his. "Micah," he replied. For 2 days, they stayed in the ruins. Micah had no real plan. He told himself he would leave soon, that they were not his responsibility, that the war was over, but memories still burned too deep. But when the children laughed for the first time, chasing each other in the ash, he stayed. He helped fix a small shelter using broken walls and metal sheets. Sael cooked. He taught the children how to build a simple trap to catch food. They learned quickly. One night, when the sky was red from the twin moons, Sael asked him again, "You're not afraid of me?" "I was," Micah said, "but not anymore." "Why?" "Because you didn't try to kill me." Sael smiled for the first time. It was a small smile, almost broken, but real. She told him more about her past, about the Kaelari laws that made women carry shame alone, about how her mate had taken her by force but still claimed the children, about how Kaelari males were raised to fight in command, never to care or comfort, and how she broke that chain by running far away, hiding in the ruins, protecting her children from her own kind. "You are different," she said to Micah. "You show kindness. But I do not understand it. What do you want in return?" He paused. "I don't know," he said. "Maybe I just want peace." Her voice grew colder. "If you want me as a prize, like your people took from us, then you should go now." He shook his head. "I don't want you like that. I don't know why I'm still here." She didn't reply, but she didn't tell him to leave. That night, one of the children had a fever. Sael panicked. She wrapped the child in cloth, whispered ancient Kaelari songs, and cried for first time. Micah took over. He boiled water, made an herbal paste from what little he had, and wiped the boy's forehead through the night. When dawn came, the child was breathing easier. Sael looked at Micah differently after that. You cared, she said. Not just for them. For me too. Micah didn't answer. Later, as the days passed, they started walking together, trying to find a safer place. A village, a cave, anything away from the ruins. But even as they walked, Micah noticed something strange. Sael always looked behind, as if afraid something would come. He asked her. They are looking for me, she said. My own people. I broke the rules. I ran with children that belonged to a soldier. They will not forgive me. Micah realized something then. This wasn't just about survival. It was about choosing sides. If he stayed with her, he was making a choice against both their people. One evening, as they sat on a hill, she touched his hand. Her skin was cool, almost glowing in the fading light. I never asked for much, she said. Just someone who would not hurt them. Or me. Micah looked at her. He wanted to say something, but his voice failed him. I'm not asking you to love me, she said softly. I'm just asking you not to leave. That night, he couldn't sleep. He thought of the war, the soldiers he'd lost, the friends who had died, the Kaelari who had screamed in pain. And yet, here he was, beside one of them, holding her child's hand in sleep. In the morning, Sael wasn't there. Panic rose in his chest. He searched. He called out. Then he saw her. She stood on a rock, facing 3 Kaelari warriors, tall, armored, weapons raised. Her arms were spread wide, protecting her children behind her. One of the warriors shouted something in their tongue. She shouted back. Micah didn't understand the words, but he understood the meaning. She was refusing to hand the children over. The Kaelari advanced. Micah didn't think. He just ran. He stood beside her, pulled his weapon, faced them. One Kaelari laughed. You defend her human? She is filth. She is more than you'll ever be, Micah replied. There was silence, then a fight. It was short. It was violent. But it ended with Micah standing bruised over the fallen warriors. Sael had fought too. She had protected her children with everything she had. After it was over, she sat in the dirt, shaking. Micah knelt beside her. I stayed, he said. She looked at him. Her eyes were wet. You shouldn't have, but I'm glad you did. And the children came close. They didn't speak. They didn't need to. Micah looked at them and finally understood. He was no longer just a soldier. He was something else now. Not their blood, but maybe something stronger. Their protector, their father,